1998, to get us even more hype for the return of Star Wars with the prequels, Hasbro released Star Wars flashback figures. Let's take a look at all of them. In 1983, we went to see Return of the Jedi, and we got excited for more Star Wars, but had to wait 16 years. That's when the prequels hit in 1999. Finally, the story we've been promised for years, the rise of Darth Vader, was starting to unfold. But back in 1988, although we were already really hyped for this thing, Lucas knew had to get us hyped even more. Had to get the hype for the prequels fever pitch. So Lucasfilm teamed up with Hasbro for a new line of Star Wars action figures. These flashback figures. They would come with a little piece of cardboard inside a little piece of plastic, which would show the character that you're buying, the action figure of the character you're buying, a scene from the movie. You pull it down, and it changes into someone from The Phantom Menace. It's kind of like a pop-up book. You know, you pull them in. Don't you love pop-up books? Oh, I should do a video on Star Wars pop-up books. I love pop-up books. But anyway, we're going to look at each of these, and let's be honest, I know it seems strange for Hasbro, but they went kind of cheap on us. Yeah, they kind of cut some corners. So let's take a look at 1998 Star Wars flashback figures. And we're going to start right here with the father of Star Wars, Anakin Skywalker. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, and I know you will, this is the last time we got the original old man Anakin Skywalker as an action figure. I know they did one that was like a 12-inch, so maybe it was later than this, but this is Anakin Skywalker right here. You pull down the flap, and who do you get? Who do you get? I think you're not surprised here. You get little Anakin Skywalker. That's right, little Anakin Skywalker with his little blonde haircut. You know, oh, give me that Turbo Man. But that was Anakin Skywalker. Also released in the line was, weirdly, Aunt Beru, whatever you say it, I say it wrong. I know, ha ha ha, Junkman says something wrong. Ooh, let's tell me in the comment section. Aunt Beru, whatever you want to call her. This was kind of odd. She came with her little assistant droid. I don't know why they picked this one. Of all the ones to pick, it just seemed a little odd. They didn't have Uncle Owen, although they already released Uncle Owen. But it just seemed odd for this line here. They did focus mostly on A New Hope. Not all of them, but most of them was focused on A New Hope. It just seemed a little
weird.
Thank you, Rachel. It just seems a little weird. So let's see. What did you pull down? Let's see what you would have got. Shmi Skywalker. I can kind of see that. You got Luke living with his aunt. You got Anakin living with his mom. Kind of see that. She's kind of like the mother figure of A New Hope, and she's the mother figure of Phantom Menace. I got that. That one I can understand. How about this one right here? Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's ready for action. Look at him. He got his saber out and everything. And I think it's no surprise here. It's no surprise here. You pull down the tab. What you gonna get? If you get anything besides a young Obi-Wan Kenobi, that would be crazy. A young Obi-Wan Kenobi right there. I remember seeing these in the store, and I would just pull them all the time. Pull them and pull them and pull them. I just loved pulling these things. And a lot of other people did, because a lot of them was broke. You get in there and somebody done broke them, because you know how kids are. Well, let's be honest. You know how some collectors are. They pull it till it breaks. Believe me, my mom said, Junkman, quit pulling that thing. You're going to break it. And I did. And I did. Let's look at another one here. 3PO. And to me, this is probably, at least top of my head, the best 3PO they've done. It was really dirty looking. I like this one right here. Nice looking 3PO. One of my favorites. The R2 in this line, we'll talk about that in a minute. 3PO in this line, and you pull it down. I think you know what you have to get with this one. You get 3PO without his skin on. Oh, we saw this back in 1998. We were excited. We're like, oh my God, the building of 3PO. And it's Anakin Skywalker? Couldn't believe it. It was shocking. And how about this one right here? Chewbacca from The Empire Strikes Back. I know it looks like he just returned from a lemon party, but no, that's supposed to be snow. That's supposed to be snow right there. And there's Chewbacca. Now you're thinking, what's going to happen when I pull down Chewbacca? There's no little young Chewbacca. Is there even any Wookiees in the movie? Well, yes, there is. There's a Wookiee senator. Can you believe it? A Wookiee. A Wookiee is a damn senator. I've heard it all now. A Wookiee senator. How about Darth Vader? He's got his lightsaber already out. It's already red. And you're thinking, well, what is this going to be? Because I pulled down the Anakin Skywalker and it was young Anakin. So what do you pull down when you pull down Darth Vader? That's right. That's right. Hasbro went I know it's hard to believe Hasbro went cheap with us and gave us yet another Anakin Skywalker. And I couldn't find the actual pull-down picture of it, which was weird. I believe this is the actual same picture when they reused. They used the same picture. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm 99.9% sure they used the same freaking picture.
You big dummy.
And let's look at another one right here. Emperor Palpatine. Who doesn't love Emperor Palpatine? One of the classic villains of all time. And we're going to pull this one down. We're going to pull it down. And I think you know what you're going to get here. And this one might be a little bit controversial because you get Senator Palpatine. Now, hold on now. Why is that controversial? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of Star Wars fans that didn't read the books and the comics and the novels and everything, we didn't know his name was Palpatine. And if you were going into the prequels, not really even seeing the other films, you didn't know Palpatine was going to turn bad. But if you saw this figure, Emperor Palpatine, then you see Senator Palpatine, you're like, hey, either that's the popular name in the galaxy or that's who it's going to be. They should have had this turn into Darth Sidious. It would have made more sense and wouldn't have spoiled it for any of the people that maybe, like I said, a lot of people didn't know the Emperor's name. I know everybody now knows, oh, Palpatine. It was something that wasn't really known unless you were a diehard Star Wars fan. So, I've watched some YouTubers or people that's just getting into the Star Wars stuff and they get to the prequels, reaction videos. And they don't know it. They're like, oh, there's Darth Sidious. That's the guy that becomes their emperor. And they don't even realize Palpatine, Senator Palpatine's the emperor. I know. If you watch Star Wars, if you go into the prequels, not knowing much, there's a lot of shocking things there. You don't know Anakin's gonna fall. You don't know the Palpatine's pulling the strings. So I wish they would have made this one Darth Sidious. But I don't remember anyone complaining back then. But that's before we saw the movie and knew they were, we didn't even know what Darth Sidious was. So let's continue looking at these. And now we have, I hate this. I call it Gilligan Luke Skywalker. You might call it the F word Luke Skywalker, but I just call it Luke Skywalker. He's got his little stupid hat on. He's got his big long gun. Got some binoculars. I know they call him something different in Star Wars, but there we go. Pull it down. And you're thinking, well, what am I going to pull this down to? Anakin is Anakin, Darth Vader. I get that. Maybe you think it's Qui-Gon Jinn. No. There's no pull down the Qui-Gon Jinn. I don't understand why. Maybe because his name sounds like liquor and they didn't want kids seeing something that remind them of their drunk dad. I'm not really sure why. But what do you get when you pull it down? Luke Skywalker? You guessed it. A little Anakin Skywalker. And I believe this picture might have been different, but still, it's a little Anakin Skywalker in the same outfit. They could at least, I guess they didn't want to spoil this Jedi look, his Padawan look. They could have done that. But that's 3. That's 3 that turn into Anakin. Come on. This is just dumb. And how about Princess Leia? That's right, Princess Leia right here, handing out some medals to Chewbacca and Han Solo, and well, not Chewbacca. He didn't get one until Han died, and then he got Han Solo one, I guess. But here it is, Princess Leia. And I think we all know what she turns into. I hope it's the librarian. But no, it's not, because that's from Attack of the Clones. She turns in, of course, to Padme. Whoa, you can kind of understand that one, right? You can kind of understand that. But it's not the Queen, but still, it's still Padme. Queen would have looked better, Queen and Princess and everything, but still, I'm not going to complain. It's Padme. And let's see what we got next. I hate this R2-D2. Look at it. Now, it's like that because it has the lightsaber. You stick in it, spring action, put a button in it, and the lightsaber shoots out, which is cool, I guess, but that is just so big and bulky, that third leg. I know. You're like, well, that's R2. He's begging for the third leg in, but no. It's just too big and too stupid. I don't like this one. I think they redesigned it later where they could shoot the lightsaber out without looking like this. And then this is supposed to be, it says launching lightsaber, so it's supposed to be from Return of the Jedi, right? It's supposed to be from Return of the Jedi, and guess what? It's got a picture from The Empire Strikes Back.
Weird.
Thank you, Rachel. It is weird. I don't know, but who's on the back of this one? No surprise here, R2-D2 again. They could have picked up a picture of R2. He's sitting inside of a Naboo fighter. He doesn't even really fit in there. It's kind of odd how he fits in there. I know they kind of explained it where his dome comes off or something. something stupid, because nobody would say no to Lucas. And Lucas said, let's design this and put R2 in it. And nobody wanted to say, hey, he doesn't fit in the damn thing. Because nobody wanted to get in trouble with Lucas. Because Lucas would said, yeah, you're fired. But anyway, that's R2-D2 right there. And then we've got Yoda. Yoda. Who could Yoda turn in? This is a perfect time to give us Qui-Gon Jinn. We had to get people ready for Qui-Gon Jinn, right? It makes sense, right? No, they give us a very bad puppet of Yoda. Remember that? We used to have a puppet Yoda in the Phantom Menace. They went back and made it all CGI. Usually I'm a fan of puppets, but here the puppet just looked really weird. Let's be honest. It just looked... The puppet just looked a little...
Weird.
Thank you, Rachel. It did. It just looked a little odd right there. But that was it. That was the complete line of flashback figures released in 1998. I don't know about you. You let me know in the comments. I was excited, man. I was hyped up. This was, we were starting to get, maybe late 98, we started to get this first trailer and everything. We were really getting hyped up. We couldn't believe it was finally coming. Since 1983, which now 16 years, boom, goes like that. But back then, from 83 to 99, it was a lifetime. It seemed like 3 or 4 lifetimes. I mean, you went through school and everything. Some of us went through college. I didn't, but some of you probably did. And your life has changed. It's crazy. But let me know, did you have these? Did you pull it down? Did you just walk around the store and pull it down? There was a rumor there was one that you pulled down and it had the Queen instead of Padme. I could never confirm that. None of the toy magazines ever mentioned it, but it was always online around this time on the news groups. I don't think it was a thing. So I used to go pull all the Padme Leia ones to see if it had the rare pull as the Queen. It didn't. Like I said, I don't think there was such a thing. But let me know in the comments. Did you pull your Star Wars figures?
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.